Give it up for Mr. Locario.
Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, guys, listen. When you're dealing with women, right, and you want to know if the chick is into you, she's feeling the situation or whatever, sometimes you have to listen to her body. What do I mean by that? Basically, the way that when you're interacting with a chick, and let's say you're touching her, however she's, responding to your touch, you have to take notice to that. So a lot of times you'll be on a date or whatever with a girl, and let's say you touch her hand and she pulls her hand away. In most cases that means that she is not feeling the situation. That means she's not comfortable in that situation. So you have to listen to what her body is telling you, right? Now, let's say, you could touch her hand and she might pull it away. In certain cases, that might mean she's just a little bit nervous. But if you touch her hand again and she pulls away, that's indicating that she's just kind of not feeling that shit. So when you listen to the woman's body, it tells you, if you should continue to keep going or if you should stop. So if the girl is pulling away, right, it's, at a certain point, you're like, okay, well, she's pulling away. Let me just chill because it's showing me that she's not really, into this. And the thing is that, women aren't as, they're not going to be as verbal about it. They're just going to respond in that way. And you have to know what all that shit means. You understand? Like, I was on a date one time with this girl, and I'm talking to her, and I always, when I'm talking to chicks, I always touch them to see, how they're going to respond to me touching them. So I'm talking to this girl, we're at a coffee shop, we're kind of like sitting near one of those stools or whatever, and I'm talking to her, and I started just like, touching her arm, rubbing her arm a little bit, and the thing was, she kept moving her arm away or whatever, or moving my hand away, but not even directly. It was kind of like she would like move her arm away while I was touching it so she could like move her hair out of her face or whatever, but it was kind of like an indirect way of her trying to move her arm so I would stop touching her. You understand? So then I was like, okay, let me see, and this is just like a light touch, so I was like, let me see if this is going to happen again. So I touched her again, and then she moved the arm away, right? So me seeing that and me noticing that, basically all that was saying was that this girl was not really into me. See, I had to listen to what her body was saying. Now, I was on another date with this chick who, we was across the table from each other. Then I grabbed her hand and I was like massaging her hand, and she was, like going with it. You understand? And we was walking outside, and then I pulled her close to me or whatever, and then she was going with it. Like, she was hugging up on me also. So, me listening to her body is basically, seeing that, okay, this woman is into me because she is, cooperating with the situation. So a lot of times, guys always ask me, how do I know if a girl's like me? How do I know a girl is into me, whatever? When I'm talking to her, always try to touch her and, flirt that way, so then you can see how comfortable she is or how into you she is. Because if she's into you, she's, her body's going to tell you that she's into you by her responding to you, and, by either coming into you or not, she's not stopping you while you're touching her, all these other different things. So you got to understand that when you're listening to a woman's body, it's going to give you an easy indication to see if this chick is really feeling you. You understand what I'm saying? Because if a chick is not feeling you, if she's not feeling you, she's not gonna, like sit there and let you touch her all day. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta, first of all, be comfortable within yourself to actually go and touch her while you're flirting with her, and be okay with the fact that, if she might pull her hand away or move back or whatever, but just take notice to that, because that's going to let you know what the deal is. And if she's like being really responsive to it, if she's touching you back, if she's moving in closer, if she's, smiling while you're doing all this other stuff, then that's showing that she's interested. But that's all you really just listening to her body. You feel me? So that's all I wanted to say today, guys. But listen, what you need to do is click that link below. Make sure you get my ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. And if you got any questions, hit me up. Holler at me at askmrlocario@gmail.com. And that is it. I'm out of here. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.